Actually, we are living exciting times in retail hospitality. Traditionally, these industries have been very creative, been disrupted quite a lot over the past years with the COVID and then the inflation rate increasing. We see a lot of exciting trends like CX innovation or supply chain optimization with the rise of drones, robotics, automation, and also more and more with labor shortage, workforce optimization. But the real trend that will rock the industry is artificial intelligence, because it's foundational technology. It's gonna touch every part of the value chain of a retailer, from procurement to pricing strategies to supply chain optimization, down to frontliners engagement.
Technologies like artificial intelligence are clearly going to change retail as we know it, but others which are probably more accessible include things like visual recognition, which retailers can use to vastly reduce the costs of their operation. Yeah, well, one of the biggest challenges is the degree to which there's a huge amount of legacy code within these organizations, making, the introduction of new initiatives, the testing of new opportunities extremely difficult. And retailers are really grappling with that, and have been doing so for a number of years. And I think one of the other challenges is more an organizational challenge where their operational teams and their customer experience teams are often divided by silos, and that has to change.
Because you have to move all these parts all together. So more and more they need to move toward one single or a couple of different platforms that will interoperate. The second, I would say, challenge is actually around data. We were talking about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence will be fueled with reliable data and I would say massive amount of data. If you're not able to be able to gather this data, to train the engine and get reliable outcomes out of it to keep a competitive edge, it's going to be a real challenge for you.
Well, retail is a people business. Ultimately they are the most important asset that any business has. My feeling is that retail needs to do far more to supersuit its employees. In other words, to provide them with technology that can reduce the monotonous, tedious, and often error-prone jobs that take up so much of their time instead of what they should be doing, helping the customer.
We need to keep in mind that retail hospitality are first and foremost a very workforce-intensive industry. Most of these companies have between 70% and 90% of their workforce on the ground, in store, in restaurants, in hotels, in logistics centers. So I would say employee experience is crucial because in the end you're serving guests and customers. So if you don't have, I would say, engaged employees, skilled employees that are able to answer all the expectations of your customer, you may be out of business within a couple of years. So employee experience is absolutely crucial. It's more crucial than ever today with the labor and skills shortage we're living in the industry. After COVID, many of them didn't come back to work in this industry. They found other jobs. So it's absolutely key for these companies to be able to attract the right people and to retain them. And how do you do that? By providing an amazing experience to these employees. And we are talking about symmetry of experience between the customer. They are able to do a lot of effort to please their customer. Now they need to do that for their employees.
Well, they're absolutely vital. I mean, of course, we live in an age of data, and we need to be data-driven when we test all these initiatives, these new experiences. But I think it's important to point out that the amount of data that retail is able to collect is unique to it as an industry. So it is ultimately a superpower if we're able to figure out how we can use that data.
To be honest, there has been a huge effort for years of retailers to leverage this technology in fields like supply chain to optimize the level of stock on hand or on the customer experience to try to forecast what would be the customer behaviors. Now they need to invest in digital back office and ingrain this artificial intelligence there. Why? Because they need to think about their transformation. There are new business models, so you need to be able to leverage this technology to be able to forecast what could happen, and align your organization, align your processes, align your skills to be able to grab this opportunity. So AI need to be more and more ingrained in this digital back office, both on HR and on finance.
Well, really good question. It's baby steps at the moment. We're seeing initial efforts in AI bearing fruit, but we've still got a way to go in this. I mean, we're just at the dawn of an algorithmic age, and I think retail stands to gain a huge amount if it can master this skill. I think from a personal point of view, because of a very long time spent making video games, the piece that excites me the most is generative AI. The idea that we can generate original content from the data that we train our algorithms with, whether that be video, audio, even 3D models, I find to be truly mind-blowing and fascinating. Well, unfortunately, I think it's going to be a year of consolidation and a year of sort of getting back on track. I don't believe that the pressure upon customers is going to ease rapidly, but it is going to ease, and we need to be ready. And perhaps this is a moment where we take stock of the years that are about to come and the acceleration once again.